And time sack, very interesting. Dallas with a great offensive line. Dak's gone down 3 times, and Smith has not gone down at all.
Amazing. No, I don't think anybody other than being a diehard Seattle fan would have thought this offensive line would have been able to hold up the way they have and giving Geno just enough time, especially in these obvious passing situations.
Pete enjoying a light moment with the officials on the sideline. Off we go in the second half. In the first game of week 13 with a touchback moments ago. Kaylee with Mike McCarthy.
Well, Coach, you scored on every possession. You've dominated time of possession, but you guys are trailing. What are your priorities in the second half?
Well, I think just like anything, you got to focus on yourself. We got to clean up the penalties. We've got to score touchdowns in the red zone.
Seattle has gone right after Deron Bland. What adjustments do you want to see him make?
Oh, no, there's a lot of football left to be played. We're excited to go play it. Thank you.
I think Mike was a little shell-shocked after the way that first half ended. 25-yard line. Smith going to work. Charbonnet. That's nothing doing for him tonight. 10 carries for the rookie. 24 ground yards.
You know, I think Kaylee asked a great question just because Bland has had such a great year. But in that first half, 8 targets, 6 big catches. 137 yards and a couple of scores. Had that interference that set up that touchdown at the end of the half, and it's the most yards allowed in coverage in a half by any player all year for any team.
And as I say, he just won the Defensive Player of the Month award in the NFC. 2nd and 8. That is caught. Smith and Jigba lunges up to about the 33-yard line, tackled there by Bland. It's a very busy night. 3rd and a deuce.
All we've heard about is just Seattle needs to find an identity. What's the Seattle identity? Is it 3 tight ends? Is it drafting a great receiver like Jackson Smith and Jigba, going to 3 receivers? Do they want to run the ball? Well, tonight I think we're seeing that identity come to fruition. I think Pete Carroll and Shane Waldron, they've found some answers as far as throwing the football, mixing up the looks, moving Geno Smith around, and finding different options to go along with that running game.
Team that came into the game having scored only 1 touchdown in the last 2 games. Meanwhile, the catch is made along the sideline by DK Metcalf for first down up to the 46-yard line. He goes tackled by Stephon Gilmore.
And this is how you answer a great pass rush. You're going to take advantage of the soft corner. Gilmore's a talented guy, but he plays off. Okay. 3rd down and short. That's why you want to avoid those 3rd and 7s and 3rd and 8s. Try to live in that 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Corner soft. Geno Smith is a veteran, sees that pre-snap, takes it. Easy first down.
Charbonnet, his best run of the night. He goes to the 41-yard line.
Well, there it is. There is Abe Lucas back in this lineup. Everybody's talked about what kind of difference would he make. You'll see him up at the top. 72 come down. He'll help collapse that right side with Bradford. And that allows the Polars to be able to come around. And look at that. You just talked about how he doesn't have a ton of yards, but they're starting to wear on this undersized Dallas front a little bit.
Gain of 14. You saw Fant pulling, making a nice screen block there. Ball at the 40-yard line. Give it to the rookie again. Charbonnet. Around the corner he goes. Got a flag coming in. 33-yard line right in front of that Seattle bench. You saw them all running up there saying, hey, you saw that, didn't you?
I think it was Bell, Marquise Bell, grabbed the face mask. Great blocks on that edge there. Fant, the tight end, cross the left tackle.
15-yard penalty for the end of the run.
Even DK Metcalf gets involved, makes a block on Curse. And this is near the end of the play where Bell gets that left hand up there. So just like that, and we just settled into our seats. They're in the red zone already.
Yep. That's the 5th first down by penalty for them tonight. Dallas with 122 penalty yards. Mentioned at the end of the half, these 2 teams, the 2 most penalized in the league, and they're living up to it tonight. 18-yard line, first down. Smith fires over the middle too high and incomplete. Trying to get it to Will Dissly, tight end. First time he's been targeted tonight. 2nd and 10.
So what's the identity? We talked about there'll be a 3 receiver set. This time you've got 3 tight ends. All 3 of them are in there. Fant, Disley, and Parkinson. Parkinson gets free. Just gets lost in coverage, and Geno Smith, as good as he's been tonight, misses a wide open target.
Backbiting his time in a long time since he's been out. 2nd down and 10. Lockett going back and forth. Pass is caught outside the 10-yard line, and Metcalf's big night continues. Forward progress will net him a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal, and a lot of action after the play was whistled dead. Ball coming out there, and Evan Brown scooping it.
Damone Clark's eyes are on Geno Smith. He's got to get his head on a swivel and look for where is a potential threat. He doesn't look out to his left until the ball is in the arms that time of the intended target, DK Metcalf. So he's growing in the middle of that defense. You know, he's a very physical guy. It's good to see him healthy and able to take over, wearing that green dot. But that time, just no awareness defending that area there in coverage.
Through the middle, Charbonnet, right guard. Damian Lewis pulling, short gain, 2nd down and goal, 4 minutes into the 2nd half.
Really starting to like that counter play, really getting a good push on one side, try to open it up with those pullers coming around. I think people in Dallas, if Seattle punches it in here, they're going to be in shock.
Keep it on the ground. Next to nothing. So the ball at the 5-yard line, 3rd down and goal for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks coming in, started out very well this year. Dan Quinn, of course, was a defensive coordinator in Seattle in the Super Bowl years, went to Atlanta as the head coach. They got Shane Waldron, who's been under some fire, as any offensive coordinator would be when you don't score very much for a few weeks. We're calling a good game tonight, 3rd down and goal.
But with that 3 wide receiver look to move Jackson Smith and Chigga, so all 3 on the left.
Smith going to take it in by himself. Touchdown. Five yards for the score.
There's a late flag in the end zone now.
Yep.
What a job by Geno Smith. I think this touchdown's gonna stand.
Yeah, flag came in after he had gotten in, and the call will be
holding. Defense number 14. Penalties declined. Zone play is a touchdown.
That's on Bell. So that's the ultimate 2-for-1. They take the ball with 90 seconds to go, no timeouts at the end of the half, and score just about at the gun, and then takes them 5 minutes, and in they go.
Yep.
To extend their lead.
Our man coverage, nobody thinking that Geno Smith is a potential threat. Nobody there to account for him. Everybody with their backs turned in man coverage, and Geno Smith sees it and takes off for the touchdown.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point is good off the foot of Jason Myers. So 5 minutes into the third against Seattle. Trey Brown covering that time.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 22. The 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, Trey Brown, anytime a quarterback starts to move, you try to plaster, staying with the receiver. It's a tough thing to do. When the quarterback starts to move, you got to be so disciplined. Start to peek back, you look back into that backfield, and when you do, your hands get grabby and get a hold of that jersey.
Seen that a million times. First down. Move. 6-yard gain for Pollard. We go to Kaylee.
Guys, just before this drive began, Pete Carroll came over to the Seahawks bench and he hugged Jordan Brooks. His linebacker is sitting over here with ice wrapped around his left ankle. He had an x-ray during halftime. I'm now told he's doubtful to return. He's such an important vocal leader for these guys, but before this drive, it was Jamal Adams who had his fist in the air telling this team, it's our time.
Yeah, Brooks did the only touchdown against San Francisco on Thanksgiving on a return at 2nd and 4. Close to a first down. Does he have it? Tony Pollard. You know, we've talked about Pete Carroll. I've told this story before, but Brian Cushing was the linebacker for the Texans for many years. And meanwhile, you've got Jamal Adams, who will need a little bit of attention. So Adams is down on the turf after that first down. Talking about Brian Cushing when he was with the Texans, and he was a Jersey kid, and his parents wanted him to stay close to home, and he's watching a college football game and SC's playing. He says, "Who is that coach? Who's that guy running up and down the sidelines? That's a guy I want to play for." And that's how Cushing wound up at USC.
A lot of people in that era would see him chewing his gum and wearing his Ray-Bans, and he just looked like a nice guy and a guy you want to play for. And he was able to recruit some of the top athletes around not just Southern California, but around the country. He was the it school in his glory years at SC.
Won a national championship and a Super Bowl. Dowdle is the running back. Yard or so.
You know, you just heard that report about Jordan Brooks, and what you lose is familiarity with Bobby Wagner. He and Jordan Brooks this year have really gotten better, it seems like, every week with communication. Mentioned earlier how important Bobby Wagner's been to the growth. You know, Brooks replaced Wagner last year in this defense, and now they work together. So keep an eye on Zero in the middle of this defense. It's going to be Devin Bush who stepped in for him.
There he is covering the slot receiver there. Catch over the middle. Good grab. First down. Jake Ferguson making the catch. A little slow in getting up. But Ferguson has now caught 4 for 51 yards.
And watch to our right, his left. CeeDee Lamb takes Witherspoon with him and Bobby Wagner with him. So 2 defenders go downfield. And I'm sure that was a miscommunication, but it frees up Ferguson, who is dangerous after he makes that catch for a tight end.
Did he draw him off? Yep, flag. Got a free play here, and it's a pick, but it won't last because Diggs will make the interception for the moment, but that won't count because you got Maffei coming across the line. Free play. 5-yard penalty.
Offside. Defense number 53 in the neutral zone at the snap. The 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down. First down.
First and 5.
Penalties just keep stacking up here, so not only are we getting a lot of points, a lot of penalties on both sides. Really, Dallas 8 for 122 on the game so far, and I think Seattle's up to what, 6 now?
Yep, for 83. You have 205 yards of penalties tonight. Getting a little oxygen on the sideline there. 37-yard line now. First down and 5. Prescott flushed out. Throws. Well, yeah, what else? Seen a few flags tonight. Lamb, Woolen there covering on the play.
Or interfering.
Right.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 27. The 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Clete Blakeman's going to have to pay after dues when this game is over.
Yeah, no doubt. Watch CeeDee Lamb sell this. He's going on a go ball, right? Slow. Now he's going downfield. Woolen gets fooled, and by the time he comes back, you could see the contact there.
20.
Ball at the 32 at the halfway mark of the third quarter. Pollard. Yard or so. Second and 8.
Seattle continue to try to make this Dallas offense have to work to put points on the board. You know, they lead the league in 10-play drives. Tonight they've had 3 of them. They had a 14-play drive, an 11-play drive, and another 10. So it's a smart plan to try to make them show that they can make the plays without setting themselves back with penalties.
This will be their 50th play of the night. Seahawks have run 36. Second and 8. Prescott fires to the outside, and it is caught. The forward progress, and then a first down for CeeDee Lamb, who has just come up with his 8th catch of the night. 91 total yards. Woolen covering.
Yeah, he did this a little earlier when he got the interference call. He's going downfield again, and then works back. This time Woolen doesn't get his handsy. Ball got away from him a little bit, but it looked like he was able to secure it.
Here we go.
Prescott slides to his left. Coverage is there. Throws it away. That time Darrell Taylor came in to pop him. 2nd and 10.
Into the red zone. Again, this is their plan to try to force field a 4th time. This will be the 5th time they're going to get into the red zone. They've only scored 2 touchdowns down here. Taking away that run game, forcing Dak Prescott to have to make quick decisions.
Yeah, they started the game 1st and goal to 2, marched down the field. Got set back on a sack, had to settle for 3.
Here we go.
2nd down, 10. Prescott under pressure again. That's incomplete. And of course, you got a flag when you get that kind of contact there. That's Bobby Wagner draped on Tony Pollard.
Pass interference, defense number 54. Ball replaced with a spot of the foul. 1st down, Dallas.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner's known throughout his career for his coverage skills. He does it all, but really a great linebacker in coverage. He recognizes this ball is coming out. Boy, that's very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
That's the 3rd first down by penalty on this drive.
Yeah, here we go.
Terry, stop laughing. I see you.
Ready, take.
1st and 10 from the 19. Prescott avoids a sack at first, then he goes down. Man, pressure. Reed is there again. Big number 90 coming out of the middle, 8th year out of Alabama, picked in the 2nd round back in 16.
Yeah, what you love about Jerem Reed is he just doesn't give up on the play. They're gonna twist and move, whatever they can do to try to create some matchup advantages. He comes free, looks like he's cleared, but then that's the effort right there. That relentless style right there from a big defensive tackle. Sometimes you see a guy go down, lose his footing, gives up on the play. Jerem Reed does not. That ends up allowing him to get that sack. That's the 4th of the night.
Yep. Dallas, meanwhile, has none against Smith. 2nd and 13 to the end zone goes Prescott, and that's incomplete. And another flag, of course, because you got C.D. Lamb. You got Brown is back there, but he's saying, huh?
And Trey Brown, actually, I think this one is going to be a good call. He grabs around his waist.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Yeah, this one is certainly a penalty. There have been some in the kind of the gray area. He stops there, and then he turns and goes, and there's grabbing on, and pretty obvious. Ball's not in the air yet. It would have been interference. Instead, it's defensive holding and 5 yards and another 1st down. What is that? You say, is that the 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, 4th.
Yeah.
Drawn this drive.
Yeah, this drive.
We're going to take the rest of the night off and let Cleet Blakeman call the game. You buying?
Sure. He and Terry can get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely. Stuffed in the backfield. That's Adams coming up from the secondary for a loss of 3 on Pollard.
People love to see that. If you're a fan of this Seattle Seahawks team, Jamal Adams, the veteran, 6th year out of LSU, hometown kid, sees it right away. I think he just saw the pull and just tried to get underneath it, which he was able to do, and chase it from behind.
20. Yeah, here we go.
Caught. Escaping Ferguson. On a 2nd and 13. 1st down. Then he gets shoved at the end of the play. Now it gets very chippy. No flags yet.
Well, that's 2 Warriors right there. Jake Ferguson's not going to back down from Jamal Adams. And, you know, like you said, Jamal Adams is fired up all the time, let alone when he's back in his hometown. This is towards the end of the play. He is a load and does not slow down, 245 pounds. And he and Adams face to face.
No sign language there. 1st and goal. Under 4 to play in the quarter. Prescott fires, juggled, incomplete. Tony Pollard, the intended receiver. Bush was there, looking for the carom. Second down and goal.
Well, he's open. Bush is a little bit late. We talked about him being in for Jordan Brooks. He's right here in coverage. Here's your receiver. Again, Pollard brings you that skill set. A running back that can, at times in college at Memphis, he would line up first 2 years as a receiver. That just shocking. He went right through his hands, hit him in a face mask.
Second and goal, 12th play of another long drive. Flip to Pollard. Looking for room. Has it. In there. Touchdown. They go 75 yards in a dozen plays. Totally balanced. 6 runs, 6 passes.
Man, those linemen are athletic. They're big and they're physical, but when they run the ball to the edge and get on the perimeter, whether it's the tackles or the center, Biotic, they get out there and create a convoy to be able to get behind, and gives you a chance to work outside and then get north and south.
Over 18 minutes left in the game, so McCarthy down by 2, opts for the extra point here to make it a 1-point game. 3:41 left in the third. Seattle 28, Dallas 27 on Thursday night.
Since 2016. But look at this. 9 of his 12 pressures have come under 2.5 seconds. But here's the thing. Dallas doesn't have a sack tonight. They're getting after him. Seattle came in with a plan to get the ball out. They knew that this was going to be an issue with their offensive line. But up to this point, listen, they got 28 points on the board. They're doing a pretty good job.
One more touchdown. On that drive by Dallas. How many drives have you ever seen with nine first downs on a drive?
Yeah,
4 by penalty. Well, in fact, you have 4 by penalty.
Yeah, and look at Seattle's done. We're talking about that pressure. It hasn't affected their rhythm or the results. Touchdown, they drove 52 yards, 9 plays, and missed a field goal. And then touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. So whatever they're doing, they want to continue that here the rest of this game.
Come up in the pistol this time. Charbonnet. You talk about Seattle, so they draft Russell Wilson. 3rd round, 2012. He wins the job in the opener. Doesn't miss a start. Now you got Geno. You realize they've had two starting quarterbacks, period, in 12 years. Meanwhile, if Joe Flacco starts for Cleveland, that'll be 21 Cleveland starting quarterbacks in the time that Seattle's had 2.
And think about it. I mean, and that's an extreme example, but there are a lot of these NFL franchises that, you're probably looking at 10 to 15.
Sure. A lot. Smith throws into a lot of traffic, and that's incomplete there. Dangerous. Stephon Gilmore actually had position that time on Metcalf, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, that's a different look than what we saw in the first half, where 26 was out there quite a bit. Now they go to the veteran Gilmore, who's got a lot of experience, good position with his body. He's more of a technician at this stage of his career. He's a 33-year-old.
Defensive Player of the Year back in 2019. Played with Indianapolis last season. 3rd and 7. Crowd in full voice here. Smith to the outside, and that is picked off. And it's Bland. So all night long, going at him, burning him. And now he gets to celebrate.
Well, the thing that stands out when you watch him is how he is able to jump the outcut. Watch his eyes.
Passing yards. Just threw that pick. DK Metcalf. Big night. 5 catches for 131. And twice to the end zone. Meanwhile, Bland just came up with his 8th interception of the season. 5 have resulted in pick sixes. And he has 13 in his 2 years in the league. Here we go. Says Prescott, and a 3-yard gain here by Dowdle.
Here we go. All right, well, here we go. Let's go back to show Bland, who's had a rough first half, shows a lot of courage to be able to step up on this outcut. Watch the technique by Bland. It's a clinic tape. He knows it's third down and he's going to go. He already works out, squeezes that cushion, takes it away with his eyes on the quarterback the entire time. Makes it easy to step up. And how fired up is Dan Quinn for his guy after that first half coming up with that pick.
Yeah, watching the guy have a rough first half and then come up with a pick. Already in field goal range here as the catch is made, but the coverage is right there as Lamb makes the catch, tackled immediately by Woolen. To Kaylee we go.
And guys, Al Harris, that former DB himself, telling that group there's one more out there for you to go get.
Meanwhile, that's Witherspoon, Devin Witherspoon, who needed the attention for the moment. There is Al Harris. Defensive backs coach. Yeah, he knew a little bit about interceptions.
Yeah, and you know what? Along his journey, you know, he was on a practice squad a couple years in his career before he became a starter in a very, very good corner in this league at Philly and then Green Bay. And so I think he really is able to relate to guys no matter what they're going through. And he's been very instrumental and Bland in the year that he has had, and really the last year that he had as a rookie with the 5 interceptions and now 8 this year.
Harris had 21 picks in his career. Played for Mike McCarthy in Green Bay. 3rd and 5. Prescott fires, caught 30-yard line, but stopped in his tracks. Bobby Wagner takes care of Brandon Cooks there, setting up a 4th down and 2.
He's not hesitating. He's already talking to Dak Prescott. 4th down and 2. I think he senses this opportunity. They started this drive after the interception and plus territory inside the 40-yard line.
So ball to 30, passing up what will be a lead-changing 48-yard field goal. Dowdle is the running back. Ferguson is the motion man. Prescott rolling, throwing, and along the sideline, no. Incomplete, right in front of the Seattle bench. Lamb can't hold it, says it's my fault. 1:04 to go in the 3rd, and the Seahawks take over, up by a point.
He is loving every minute of this.
Jerry Jones looks on. Love covering Witten all those years. Meanwhile, that pass, reaching for it. Pete Carroll puts his hands up. Yes, caught. Noah Fant covered by Kearse for a gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10, 13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends. Play action. Watch him turn his body. What a job by Fant. Shows the athletic abilities. There's the 3 tight ends. You're thinking they're going to run it. The defensive personnel, good job of pulling away from Kearse to safety. And again, turning his body so the ball didn't hit the turf. Great play there.
One of the guys that came over in the trade that sent Russell Wilson to Denver. Fant comes to Seattle. Meanwhile, they give it to Dallas. He's looking to throw. Nothing there. He'll run. Gets hogtied at about the line of scrimmage, and then a late flag comes flying in. We had Jonathan Hankins was there. Had him lassoed. McCarthy says he got him by the shoulder pad.
I think he thought he got him underneath that face mask. Good decision, by the way, not to throw that football.
We got a 5-man conference going on right now. Tire Zebra
There is
convention.
no foul in the play.
I had a feeling.
The play stands. It'll be 2nd down.
All right. Well, not only have we had 17 penalties, we've had 3 other flags resulting in they pick the flag up. All right. What can I tell you?
It's been one of those nights.
Meanwhile, that'll take us to the end of the quarter. Or not. We'll see.
Maybe.
Yep. One more play. It'll flip out here. Charbonnet. Tons of room. And the quarter will end with Charbonnet setting up a 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line. Armstrong saves the touchdown for the moment. And we go to the 4th and a wild one in Arlington for a 40-yard gain. 28-27 Seahawks on Thursday Night Football.